What's up, guys? It's Lord Both here for another video, and Amazon's Tomb Raider show is cancelled. This comes to us from PC Gamer, entitled Amazon's Tomb Raider series reportedly dead after tens of millions in development costs resulted in no script. In fact, I think we're hearing reports that up to $100 million was sunk into this venture, and nothing ever came of it. Following years of rumors, Amazon Prime Video officially revealed plans for a new TV series based on the Tomb Raider games in May of 2024. The announcement's big hook was Phoebe Waller-Bridge as writer and producer. Waller-Bridge was best known as the creator of Fleabag, which she also starred in, and from all reports was a good show that its audience really enjoyed. Of course, its audience being mostly women, because it was a observational life comedy of women, and she was also writer of Killing Eve, which I never saw, but I heard good things about, again, from the audience that watched it. I saw trailers for it and all that. Didn't really look like my kind of thing. Of course, another major thing that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is known for is taking a ton of money to co-star alongside Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Dysentery, in which she famously punches Indiana Jones at the end to save all of history, dragging him back into modern time, and ends up subverting him as the hero of the story. A movie in which she makes quips about how bad capitalism is, and is constantly snarky and subverting Indiana Jones the whole movie. But apparently she was a fan, or at least she said she was, of Indiana Jones, and apparently claims to be a fan of adventure series in general, because she was quoted as saying, "Laura means a lot to me, and she does too many, and I can't wait to go on this adventure, bats and all." Though it always was a little difficult to believe that Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who was, essentially a theater kid in the UK, was a big fan of adventure movies, and especially an adventure video game in which the main character was highly sexualized to appeal to young boys. Despite that, this was one of the shows that Phoebe Waller-Bridge was supposed to actually produce and write a script for, and she was paid quite handsomely to do so. Prime Video, as the article states, signed up Waller-Bridge to a megabucks exclusivity deal in 2019 worth $20 million a year. But since then, it has produced no shows or films from the creator. That's right. Over 5 years and $100 million given to Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and absolutely nothing put out by her. No scripts, no production, anything. The Daily Mail now cites a source saying that Lara Croft's mooted small screen adventures are not going ahead, while another source is even more unambiguous. The project is, quote, dead. Neither Prime Video nor Waller-Bridge's representatives have commented. And all this is going down in flames despite just like a month or so ago, they were talking about, we're actually looking for casting calls for female actresses to maybe play Lara Croft. But it was all just, smoke screen, meant to seem like the project was going ahead, pay face to all the people who were expecting this project. But in reality, this project was probably never going to happen, and was yet another folly given to us by Jennifer Salke, because, as the article states, that deal was made under the aegis of Jennifer Salke, who also greenlit and was overseeing the Tomb Raider project, and was the head of Amazon Studios until just last week. Yes, Jennifer Salke, who made a ton of bad ideas while she was in charge of Amazon Studios. We learned recently that Reacher wasn't really her idea. It was already something that was in the works when she got there. Her massive baby project was, Rings of Power, which $2 billion have been put into that thing, and absolutely nobody is watching it. And Amazon is unfortunately locked into even more future seasons, multiple seasons of this show that cost so much money that nobody's watching. And yes, it was reported that Jennifer Salke was leaving her current position as head of Amazon Studios. She might be coming back at a small producer level role, basically working in content creation. That seems to be what she likes anyway, even though nobody is watching the content she's creating. And after it was announced she was leaving, the guy above her announced that that position wasn't going to exist anymore and everybody was going to answer to him. So did she really quit? But it makes sense that another project that didn't look like it was going anywhere and just costing the company money is unceremoniously being canceled. Because apparently none of them cared enough to actually make it. So why should they care to actually make it when none of it is their idea? Puck's Matthew Baloney, which Puck, they're made up of people who used to work at The Hollywood Reporter, he wrote an article on Salke's time at Amazon, and he had this to say about what he called a huge mess. Quote, Tomb Raider, which Waller-Bridge has been working on and which Salke was personally overseeing after announcing a series pickup last May, has now gone through 2 writers' rooms and tens of millions of dollars in development costs. There still is no script. So yeah, this thing is done. It's canceled. It's gone. All the people who talked about actually caring about it are gone, which quite honestly, for a video game franchise that is pretty much dead, it's probably the best thing for it, because whatever Waller-Bridge was going to put out, if it was anything like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, it was going to further push the franchise into the grave. And Tomb Raider, yeah, it just doesn't need that. That said, Amazon is yet to officially confirm the cancellation. So who knows? Maybe this could come back. But I highly doubt it, and quite honestly, I really don't want it to. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.